It was a regular afternoon in Los Angeles. The city was busy, cars were honking, and people were in a hurry. The sun made the tall buildings shine like gold. Reeves walked into a small supermarket. He was wearing jeans, a black t-shirt, and an old jacket. Unlike fancy stores where rich people shopped, this place was simple. It was a quiet store where people worked hard to buy food for their families. Reeves liked places like this. They reminded him of his past before he was famous and had lots of money. Here he wasn't a movie star. He was just a man buying groceries. He picked up a few things, a loaf of bread, some fresh fruit, and other small items. He didn't need much to be happy. As he walked to the cashier, he saw something that made him stop. A boy about 12 years old was picking up items from the floor and putting them back into a torn paper bag. People walked past him, not helping. Some even moved around him as if he were in their way. Reeves watched. The boy's clothes were old and had holes. His shoes were worn out. He looked worried as he quickly tried to gather the fallen groceries. Something inside Reeves told him he had to help. He had seen this look before. It was the look of someone who had to grow up too fast. Without thinking twice, Reeves knelt down beside the boy. "Here, let me help you," he said, picking up an apple and placing it back into the bag. The boy froze and looked at him in shock. He didn't expect anyone to help. "No, it's okay," the boy said in a small voice. Reeves smiled. "It's all right. Everyone needs help sometimes." The boy hesitated. Then slowly he nodded. He let Reeves help him pick up the rest of the groceries. "Thank you," the boy whispered, holding the bag close to his chest. Reeves saw something in his eyes. The boy didn't want to ask for help. He was trying to be strong, but life was hard for him. Reeves stood up and dusted off his hands. "Are you shopping for your family?" he asked. The boy nodded. "Yeah, my mom's sick, so I buy food when we have money." Reeves' heart ached. He knew what it was like to struggle. "That's a big responsibility," he said softly. "How old are you?" "Almost 13, the boy answered. Reeves looked at him closely. He had seen this before, a kid carrying a burden too heavy for his shoulders. "What's your name?" Reeves asked. "Noah," the boy answered. "Nice to meet you, Noah," Reeves said warmly. Noah gave a small smile but quickly looked away. He was used to being ignored. But Reeves didn't ignore people in need. He had already made up his mind. As Noah turned to pay for his groceries, Reeves called out, "Hold on a second." Noah stopped and looked back. Reeves reached into his pocket and pulled out a folded bill. He didn't like showing off money, but he knew what it was like to be hungry. "Here," he said, handing the bill to Noah. Noah's eyes widened. "I can't take that," he said quickly, shaking his head. "It's too much." Reeves smiled. "Then don't take it for yourself. Take it for your mom." Noah held the bag tightly. He didn't want to take money. He wanted to be strong. But he knew his family needed help. Slowly he reached out and took the bill. He held it carefully as if it were something precious. "Thank you," he whispered. Reeves nodded. "Take care of your mom, all right?" Noah nodded back. He turned and walked to the cashier. His hands shook as he placed the money on the counter. When he got his chance, he looked back at Reeves. In his eyes there was something new, hope. Noah walked quickly through the busy streets. He held the grocery bag tightly as if it was the most important thing in the world. His home was a small, run-down apartment. The paint was peeling, the lights flickered, and the heater didn't work. Noah unlocked the door and stepped inside quietly. "Mom, I got groceries," he said softly, placing the bag on the counter. A weak voice came from the bedroom. "Noah, you shouldn't have gone alone again." Noah sighed. "I had to, Mom. We needed food." His mother, Sarah, stood in the doorway. She was pale and thin. She had been sick for a long time, but doctors were expensive. She tried to smile. "Come here." Noah hesitated, but then stepped forward. His mother hugged him tightly. "I'm proud of you," she whispered. Noah clenched his jaw. "I don't want to be proud, Mom. I want you to get better." For the first time in a long time, he felt hope. The money Reeves had given him meant he could buy more food, maybe even medicine. Across the city, Reeves sat in his apartment. He looked out at the city lights, thinking about Noah. He had met many people in his life, fans, reporters, strangers. But Noah stayed in his mind. Maybe because Noah reminded him of himself as a kid. He knew what it was like to worry about food, to have too many problems at a young age. A few days later, Reeves went back to the same supermarket. He wasn't even shopping. He was waiting. He wasn't sure if Noah would come back, but something told him he would. And after about an hour, Noah appeared. Noah walked in, his hood up, his hands in his pockets. He moved quickly just like before. K. Reeves waited until Noah picked up a few things before walking over. "Hey kid." Noah jumped, surprised. He turned and saw K. Reeves. His eyes widened. "KC," Noah said. K. Reeves smiled. "Didn't think I'd see you again." Noah looked down. "Yeah, I come here a lot." K. Reeves glanced at his basket. Only a few things. He could tell Noah was still only buying what he could afford. "You okay?" K. Reeves asked. Noah hesitated, then nodded. "My mom's doing better because of the food I got last time." K. Reeves' smile faded slightly. Better wasn't the same as healthy. "You guys are still struggling?" he asked. Noah sighed and shrugged. "We always do. It's just how things are. A 12-year-old shouldn't have to think that way." K. Reeves knew he had to do something. "You know," K. Reeves said, "I could use some help with something." Noah blinked. "What?" "I need someone to run errands, help carry things," K. Reeves said. "It pays well. Thought you might be interested." Noah looked at him, confused. "Why me?" K. Reeves smiled. "Because I trust you." Noah felt his throat tighten. No one had ever said that to him before. "How much does it cost?" Noah asked carefully. K. Reeves grinned. "Enough to help your mom." Keanu thought for a moment. "How much do you need?" Noah hesitated. He didn't want to seem greedy. "Maybe $100? Keanu nodded without hesitation. "Deal." Noah's eyes widened. "Wait, $100? For what?" Keanu shrugged. "Carrying stuff, running small errands, and maybe getting some coffee for an old guy like me." Noah let out a small laugh, the first one Keanu had heard from him. "Fine," Noah said, still unsure. "I guess I can do that." Keanu nodded. He knew exactly what he was doing. He wasn't just giving Noah a small job. He was giving him a chance, a way to hope for something better. The next few weeks were unlike anything Noah had ever known. Keanu kept his word. He gave Noah small tasks, helping carry bags, running errands, picking up coffee. But something strange happened. Keanu was paying Noah way more money than the work required. One day, Noah finally asked, "Why are you paying me so much?" Keanu just smiled and said, "Because I know what it's like to need a break." For the first time, Noah didn't feel like just another kid struggling to survive. He felt like someone who mattered. One evening, Keanu walked Noah home for the first time. Noah hesitated. He didn't want Keanu to see where he lived. But Keanu didn't judge the small apartment or the peeling paint. Instead, when Keanu saw Noah's mother, Sarah, struggling to stand, he knew he had to do something. Keanu turned to Noah, his voice serious but kind. "Noah, I want to help. But only if you let me." Noah swallowed hard. "How?" Keanu smiled. "Let's just say I know a guy who can change your life." For the first time in a long time, Noah let himself believe that maybe things would get better. That night, Noah lay awake in his small bed, staring at the ceiling. Outside, the street lights flickered, casting shadows on the walls. For the first time in forever, he felt hope. But he also felt scared. Life had taught him that nothing came for free. What if this was just another promise that would disappear? But then another thought entered his mind. What if it's real? The next afternoon, Noah met Keanu at a small cafe. It wasn't fancy, but it smelled like fresh coffee and felt warm inside. Keanu was already sitting at a table with 2 cups of hot chocolate. One for himself, one for Noah. "Thought you might like something warm," Keanu said, sliding the cup toward him. Noah hesitated, then took it. He wrapped his cold fingers around the cup. "Thanks." Keanu studied him for a moment. Then he leaned forward. "I meant what I said. I want to help you. But only if you let me." Noah tightened his grip on the cup. "Why me?" Keanu sighed. "Because I see something in you. You take care of your mom. You work hard even when life is unfair. And I know what that feels like." Noah swallowed, his throat tight. "I don't need charity." Keanu nodded as if he had expected that answer. "Good. Because this isn't charity. It's a chance. One you've earned." Noah frowned. "What do you mean?" Keanu pulled out a small business card and placed it on the table. "This is my friend Mark Davis. He runs a community center. They help kids like you. They teach skills, offer job training, and help with school. No strings attached. Just a place to grow." Noah hesitated, staring at the card like it might disappear. "This is for me?" Keanu smiled. "Yeah, if you want it." Noah's heart pounded. No one had ever offered him something like this before. That evening, Noah sat in the tiny living room, holding the business card tightly in his hands. His mother, Sarah, watched him carefully. "And you trust him?" Noah nodded slowly. "Yeah, I do." Sarah sighed, looking around their apartment. The unpaid bills on the counter, the broken heater in the corner. Then she placed a hand on his. "Then go," she whispered. "See where it takes you." The next morning, Keanu picked Noah up and drove him to the Davis Community Center. Noah had never heard of it before, but inside, the place was full of energy. Young people, some his age, some older, were working on projects, learning, laughing. A tall man with kind eyes walked up to them. "You must be Noah." Noah nodded, shaking his hand. "Keanu told me all about you," the man said. "He says you're smart, hardworking, and you take care of your family. That's the kind of person we want here." For the first time in a long time, Noah felt like he belonged. Over the next few weeks, Noah learned things he never imagined possible. He learned how to work with computers. He took classes on money management. He met other kids who had also struggled but were now building better lives. And through it all, Keanu stayed by his side, checking in on him, pushing him to believe in himself. One day, as Noah was working on a computer, Keanu sat next to him. "How's it going?" Noah smiled, really smiled. I think I can do this." Keanu chuckled. "I never doubted you for a second." Noah looked at him seriously. "Why did you help me?" Keanu thought for a moment before answering. "Because once upon a time, someone helped me. And I promised that if I ever had the chance, I'd do the same for someone else." Noah nodded slowly. "Then I'll do the same one day." Keanu grinned. "That's all I could ever ask for." Days turned into weeks and weeks into months. Noah was no longer just surviving. He was building something real. He started mentoring younger kids at the center. He worked hard in his classes. He started saving money. For the first time, he had a future to look forward to. Through it all, Keanu stayed close, reminding him that he was capable of great things. Noah had once believed that people didn't care about kids like him. But now he knew better. One evening, as Noah was finishing a class at the center, his phone buzzed. His mother's name flashed on the screen. A cold feeling filled his stomach. "Mom? What's wrong?" There was a pause, then her weak, shaky voice. "Noah, on my heart. I think I need to go to the hospital." Noah felt the world tilt beneath him. "I'm coming," he said, grabbing his bag and running out the door. Noah ran faster than he ever had before. He had no idea what would happen next, but he knew one thing for sure. He wasn't alone anymore. And this time he had hope. By the time Noah got home, his mom was sitting on the couch, holding her chest. She tried to tell him she was fine, but Noah wasn't going to take any risks. "I'm calling an ambulance," he said firmly. His mom tried to stand up, but her legs gave out. Noah caught her just in time. "Mom," he cried, his hands shaking as he grabbed his phone. He dialed 911 with trembling fingers. Everything was happening so fast. He couldn't lose her, not after everything they had been through. When the ambulance arrived, Noah went with his mom to the hospital. He refused to leave her side. He sat in the waiting room, his legs bouncing, gripping his chair so tightly his hands hurt. Then, without thinking, he grabbed his phone and sent a text to Keanu. "It's my mom. She's in the hospital. I don't know what to do." He didn't expect a quick reply, but just 5 minutes later, his phone buzzed. Keanu's response was short and clear. "I'm on my way." Noah never liked depending on people. But as he sat there waiting for answers, something changed inside him. For the first time, he wasn't alone. Keanu arrived less than an hour later, dressed in jeans and a jacket. His long hair was tied back. He walked straight to Noah and placed a hand on his shoulder. "Tell me everything," he said softly. Noah swallowed hard. "They said she might need surgery," he whispered. "But I don't know how we're going to pay for it." Keanu didn't hesitate. "I'll take care of it." Noah's head snapped up. "No, I can't let you do that. You've already done so much." Keanu knelt down in front of him, looking him straight in the eyes. "Noah," he said firmly, "this isn't charity. It's about family. And whether you like it or not, you're family now." Noah felt something inside him break. All the walls he had built around himself, the fear of trusting people, the belief that no one truly cared, it all came crashing down. For the first time, he let himself believe it. Thanks to Keanu's help, Noah's mom got the surgery she needed. It was a long recovery, but she made it through. When she finally woke up, Noah was there, holding her hand, tears in his eyes. "You scared me," he whispered. His mom smiled weakly and squeezed his hand. "And you saved me." Noah shook his head. "No, Mom," he whispered. "I had help." He looked up, and Keanu was standing by the door, smiling quietly. After everything they had been through, Noah finally understood something important. It didn't matter how much money you had. It didn't matter where you came from. What mattered was who stood by you when things got tough. For the first time in his life, Noah knew he wasn't alone. He had his mom. He had the community center. And he had Keanu Reeves, the man who had once stopped to help a struggling kid in a grocery store and, without knowing it, changed his whole world. Noah sat in his mom's hospital room watching her breathe. The soft beeping of the machines reminded him that she was alive. Safe. Healing. He still couldn't believe it. For years he had lived in fear. He never knew if his mom would be okay, if they would have food, or if they would even have a home. But now, for the first time, there was hope. Keanu Reeves had done more than just help. He had given Noah a future. Noah leaned forward, resting his elbows on his knees. His mom stirred slightly, opening her eyes. "Noah," she murmured, her voice weak but warm. He smiled. "Hey, Mom. How are you feeling?" She reached for his hand and squeezed it gently. "Better. Because of you." Noah swallowed hard, fighting back tears. "No, Mom," he whispered. "Because of Keanu." His mom smiled. "You always had an angel looking out for you, Noah. Maybe this time he just came with a famous name." Later that afternoon, Noah stepped out of the hospital room to get some fresh air. As he walked down the hallway, he found Keanu sitting in the waiting area, sipping coffee like he wasn't one of the most famous actors in the world. Noah stopped a few feet away, feeling overwhelmed. He hesitated, then finally spoke. "You didn't have to do all of this for me." Keanu looked up and raised an eyebrow. "I know." "Then why did you?" Noah asked, genuinely confused. Keanu smiled. "Because when I was your age, someone gave me a chance. And that chance changed my life. Now it's my turn to do the same for someone else." Noah thought about Keanu's words. He wasn't helping out of pity. He was helping because he believed in Noah. Noah took a deep breath. "Then I won't waste it," he said firmly. Keanu's smile widened. "I never thought you would." A few weeks later, Noah's mom was finally released from the hospital. The surgery had been a success, and even though she had a long recovery ahead, she was stronger than she had been in years. Noah, now more determined than ever, threw himself into his work at the community center. He finished his business and financial literacy courses. He learned computer programming and digital marketing. He started mentoring younger kids just like Keanu had mentored him. Then one day an idea struck him. He didn't just want to help his mom. He didn't just want to help himself. He wanted to help other kids like him, kids who needed a chance. He walked into the community center's office, where Mark Davis was working at his desk. "I want to start something," Noah said, his voice steady but eager. Mark looked up. "Start what?" Noah took a deep breath. "A scholarship. For kids like me. Kids who need a chance to learn, to grow, to make something of themselves." Mark sat back, studying Noah with a proud smile. "That's a big goal. How are you going to fund it?" Noah grinned. "I have an idea. And I think I know someone who might be able to help." Noah knew he still had a long road ahead. But for the first time in his life, he wasn't afraid. He had a purpose. He had a dream. And most importantly, he had people who believed in him. And that changed everything. That evening, Noah met Keanu at their favorite cafe. Keanu leaned back in his chair, sipping his coffee. "You look like you're thinking about something," Keanu said. Noah smirked. "You always know, don't you?" Keanu chuckled. "I've been around long enough to read people." Noah took a deep breath, feeling both nervous and excited. "I want to start something," he said. "A scholarship for kids like me, kids who just need a chance." Keanu put down his cup, his smile turning serious. "That's a great idea." Noah hesitated. "But I need help. I don't know how to get money for it, how to organize it, or how to make it real." Keanu held up a hand. "Say no more. I'll help you." Noah blinked. "Just like that." Keanu grinned. "Noah, I've watched you grow over the past few months. You've proven yourself over and over again. I don't just believe in this idea, I believe in you." Noah felt his throat tighten with emotion. This wasn't just about a scholarship anymore. It was about becoming the kind of person who helped others, just like Keanu had helped him. Months later, the first Noah Initiative Scholarship Program was officially launched. It gave money to kids who needed help with school, provided job training, and gave them mentors to guide them. It even worked with businesses to give kids real work experience. At the launch event, Noah stood at the podium looking at the crowd. Community leaders, students, mentors, and of course Keanu were there. Keanu sat proudly in the front row. Noah took a deep breath and gripped the microphone. "I used to believe that kids like me didn't get chances," he began. that no one cared about kids struggling just to get by. He paused, glancing at Keanu. But then someone showed me that kindness still exists, that people do care. And now, because of that, I get to do the same for someone else. The audience clapped loudly. Keanu stood, clapping the hardest. Noah had found his purpose. And it all started with one small act of kindness in a grocery store. The Noah initiative started as a simple idea, a thought in the mind of a boy who once believed the world had forgotten him. But now it is changing lives. Keanu had given Noah more than just help, he had given him a vision. And now, Noah was doing the same for many others. 1 year after the launch, the program had already helped over 100 kids. It gave them money for school, mentors to guide them, and jobs to prepare them for the future. Noah became more than just the founder of a scholarship. He became a mentor, a leader, and a symbol of hope. And at every event, every meeting, Keanu was there, watching with quiet pride. One evening, after a long day at the community center, Noah got a call from Keanu. "Hey kid," Keanu's familiar voice said. "Are you free tomorrow?" Noah laughed. "When have I ever been too busy for you?" Keanu chuckled. "Good. Because there's someone I want you to meet." The next day, Keanu picked Noah up in his car. But this time, they weren't going to a big office, a scholarship event, or a business meeting. Instead, they drove into a quiet neighborhood outside the city. Noah looked around, confused. "Where are we?" Keanu didn't answer right away. He parked in front of a small, simple house. It wasn't fancy, just a cozy home with an old wooden door and a neat yard. As they stepped out, an elderly man opened the door. He had gray hair, wrinkles on his face, but warm, kind eyes. Noah watched as Keanu walked up to the man and gave him a big hug. Then Keanu turned to Noah and waved him over. "Noah," Keanu said, smiling, "this is the man who changed my life." The elderly man, Mr. Anderson, invited them inside. They sat at a small wooden kitchen table, sipping tea. Noah listened closely as Keanu spoke. "When I was younger," Keanu began, "I had nothing. No money, no home, no one to help me. I was just a lost kid trying to get through each day." Noah nodded. He knew that feeling well. "But then," Keanu continued, glancing at Mr. Anderson, "this man right here took me in. He gave me food when I was hungry. He gave me books when I wanted to learn. He never asked for anything in return. He just believed in me." Noah looked at Mr. Anderson, his heart pounding. Keanu leaned forward. "Everything I've done for you, Noah, started because of him." Noah let the words sink in. The scholarship, the mentorship, the kindness that had changed his life. It had all started with one man choosing to help a lost kid. And now, Keanu had passed that kindness to Noah. And Noah had passed it to hundreds of other kids. Noah felt a lump in his throat. "I never knew," he whispered. Keanu smiled. "I never told you because I wanted you to do this for the right reasons. And you did." Noah turned to Mr. Anderson. "Thank you," he said softly. "Because of you, all of this, happened." Mr. Anderson chuckled. "Son, all I did was show a little kindness. The rest, that was all Keanu. And now it's all you." As they drove back, Noah stared out the window, deep in thought. Keanu glanced at him. "You okay?" Noah turned to him, serious but full of gratitude. "I get it now," he said. "It's not about money. It's not about fame. It's about showing people that they matter." Keanu smiled. "Exactly." Noah took a deep breath. "Then I promise you this, just like you carried Mr. Anderson's kindness forward, I'll do the same. I'll never stop helping kids like me." Keanu's smile grew wider. "That's all I could ever ask for." Years passed and the Noah initiative grew. It spread across the country. More students got scholarships. More kids got second chances. And Noah? He became more than just the founder of a scholarship. He became a symbol of what kindness can do. At every event, every meeting, every speech, people asked him the same question: "What inspired you to start all this?" And every time he gave the same answer: "A stranger helped me once and it changed my life forever." And somewhere in the back of the room, Keanu would watch, smiling with pride. He knew that one small act of kindness had created a ripple effect that would last for generations. If you enjoyed this story, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more exciting stories filled with adventure, mystery, and unforgettable moments. Your support means the world. It keeps these stories coming and the creativity flowing. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.